Please hold as we figure out what we're doing. Hold on. My audio is not working. Why have anything if nothing works? My computer's not working. I can't get the webcam to work. On the gigantic poop. Church wheel frenzy. Like I don't need my headset. Well, I do need my headset. Let me distract you for a second while I figure out what the hell I'm doing. That's just quite frustrating. I used to be a professional. You know what
The ending has arrived. You are now present and accounted for. Welcome to the steering wheel.
All right. Maybe that works. Yeah, seriously, like usually what I do to do one of these live shows, any live show to be honest with you, is I hook up my phone, my fancy dancy Samsung 3000 little USB cable, right? And then I turn on the USB tethering for the hotspot into the computer. Well, for some reason, StreamYard is trying to use an old program that I used to use, so I could use my GoPro as a web camera, and which is fine. It's like high resolution and stuff, but I don't have the time tonight to figure all this out. I really wanted to. So back to using the phone. It's dark outside. We're in Chicago. It's 10 o'clock at night. Been watching the street racers and drug dealers and stuff. I'm not in a neighborhood that has hookers, but Chicago. We got unloaded, and those of you that don't know how trucking works, there's a lot of paperwork involved. Sometimes there's a lot of dealing with appointments and stuff. Like my appointment was at 8 p.m. and I went ahead and got in here at like 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just told, "Hey, I'm here," and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna go sit on the street then." I was like, "Okay." I've always got this padded room, and so I sat on the street for a little bit and slept, and then they called me. I pulled in there, got unloaded. Took them 2.5 hours to get unloaded, and just by coinky dink coincidence, my reload is coming out of this location as well. Uh, but it doesn't. It has an appointment of 1300 tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Today's Friday. It's Friday night, and I need my huggy bookie. I'm gonna sit here with my huggy bookie and tell you about my trucking problems. Um, so it's not supposed to pick up tomorrow till 1300. And I told the guys in there, I was like, "Hey, I'm here. Like, if you guys got the product, why don't you find a hole, stick it?" And so they're gonna arrange for that to happen. They told me it'd be 4 to 5 hours possibly, and they'll load me early. And with that being said, I get to do a what's called a soft sleeper, and I really should be asleep right now, but I got the nerves, I got the tension. I'm worried about getting reloaded and getting trucking. I need to clean that camera lens. Do I have a detail rag? Yes, I do. This actually isn't a detail rag. This is the rag that I use to hold my refrigerator from falling out and spilling all over the place. Did that help? We have a beam of light. Not sure if that helped or not. Dad always told me to have detail rags around at all times. Every vehicle you own, you should always have your detail rags. There you go. I look better now, don't I? But yeah, these I got like 3 rags here, and I roll them up real tight, and I stuff them between the side of the cooler so it don't go crashing out of the refrigerator hole in this truck. But yeah, it's important to have your detail supplies, right? And I need to do just a general wipe down. I like to wipe the truck down every week, get rid of the dander and the dust and the. There's a spider in this truck. I see his web every once in a while, and him and I have had a long discussion about like, hey, you are more than welcome to join me in my travels. Just don't bite me. Just stay away from my face. Stay out of my ear canals. Stay out of all my orifices to be exact. And I think the spider is still in the truck. Every once in a while, I'll see him crawling around. But I think he's leaving me alone. I don't have any weird spider bites or anything like that. But although relaying the story to you right now, I've got the itchies. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're trucking. There's a chance that they might be able to load me, and then I get to bounce out of here. Get away from Chicagoland because there's no places to park a semi truck, honestly. And I'm parked in a spot where they could just roll up here and ticket me. The joys of a big city trucking, right? I sat in traffic for 4 hours today. 3 hours. I had to stop and get some fuel and grab some munchies, and just watched my ETA in the computer whittle. Well, it didn't whittle away. It got worse and worse and worse. I was only an hour past what my ETA is. And listen, an ETA is an estimated time of arrival. So don't feel bad when you tell somebody an ETA and then you're an hour late. It was an estimate, or if you're early. So my general rule of thumb is anytime I give an ETA, I pad it by an hour. I pad it by an hour for every 250 miles. So if I'm 500 miles away, I'll pad it by 2 hours. And then if I'm going to the West Coast where you can't really lock in a cruise control, at 500 miles, I'd make it an extra 3 hours. It's funny, but I'm learning how to navigate the Midwest all over again. Like you people and your road construction, it's terrible all over the place. Let me know if my audio is okay. Oh, there's comments. I've been sitting here talking the whole friggin' time. There's comments. Wow. What a jerk. I'm going to show the comments on stage. That way, if you kids try to sneak in here and comment on me, I can read them. I'm just sitting here talking about trucking, but we're going to get loaded. I'll get a little bit of sleepy, nappy times, and we'll hit the road at whenever in the morning. This trip that I'm on, I left Kansas. Well, actually, Jesus, where did I? Let's back things up a little bit here, and it helps that I'm doing those rubber chicken videos because I kind of know where I'm at. I left Memphis, made it to Harrisonville, Missouri, went to Edgerton, Kansas, Edwardsville. That was Edwardsville, Kansas. Now I'm in Chicago, and then now I'm going back to Harrisonville, Missouri. The one going back to Harrisonville, Missouri is a drop-in hook. So if I get loaded in the morning, I could drop it quickly, probably in the same day, I think. Walmart, well, weird thing about Walmarts for big mega carriers, they've got a contract with Walmart, and you drop that trailer on a specific day. If you drop it early, it's almost a $15,000 fine for the company. So it's nice that you get to drop your trailer and go get it empty and get the hell out of there, but you don't do it early. So I got to pay attention to the load instructions on that one. And let's see. After that, I go to somewhere in Ohio near Cleveland on Tuesday. And then after Tuesday, they're going to start bouncing me around to get back home, which is Valdosta, Georgia. And this next weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend, is a Living Legends race there in North Florida Speedway, at the North Florida Speedway. And I've got Buck was able to help me get a couple new cameras. You kids know that I like the Hero 11 Mini. And then I bought some roll bar mounts from GoPro themselves. And FedEx won't deliver them without somebody present to sign for them because it's electronics. And it's like we live in the middle of nowhere. Just leave it on the friggin' porch. Nothing bad is going to happen except for an armadillo riding a raccoon while eating a dragonfly, and all three of them are cooked up on meth. That's the only thing that'll disturb anything at that house. So I'm not FedEx. Swear to God. Me and FedEx go. We got some history. Wouldn't you say? It's time to get to those comments. Sterling Wheel saying, please hold. Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how a computer works. Bachelor's in computer science. Can't figure out a computer. Saved my life. What the hell? But seriously, I do not know what's going on with my computer. Cheap Freight Hauler says, Steel Holding. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Saw Gary Bates earlier. He's doing well. Tyke Truck and say, Nar then, brother, chat, and friends. Yes, good seeing here, Tyke. Cheap Freight Hauler saying that mid-roof Cascadia needs a 53-foot aluminum step behind it. My step deck was a 48. I loved it. And it was light, too. I could load out 48,500 pounds with that Columbia that I had. That was good trucking back in the days. I ain't participating in that anymore. I ain't got to own nothing. You know, remember last year they were telling us you will own nothing and be happy, and it's like they're right. They're right. Because if you got too much crap, it winds up owning you. So I'm trying my best to embrace the minimalist lifestyle, which is kind of hard to do when you're morbidly obese and have, depression and stuff. Because I look at the internet and I go, wow, sparkly. And I look at new motorcycles and I'm like, whoa, cool. And then I think about getting my own place and I'm like, I'd only be home for a day a month. It's like, no. Now, they say after a severe tragedy, a life-altering, life-ending tragedy, you should take 6 months before you make any harsh decisions, before you spend any money, before you sign up for anything big. And it's a cute rule to have, but life goes on, and I've had to make some moves, and I've made those moves, and I'm continuing and following through. And we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I can't thank Buck and his mom enough for allowing me to live, allowing me to recover. And I'm back in therapy now. It's been pretty good. And it's nice that I'm making money again too. Like yesterday was payday. I get paid early, and I never trust that. I never trust that. The bank will say, "Congratulations, you got paid early." It's like, is that real? Are those ones and zeros actually? Are those decimal points real? Like if I'm gonna pay off some bills, would you be like, "Just kidding, you get paid Monday"? I don't want to run into that crap. But I paid off some bills. For those of you in the know, my daughter uh, is with the Girl Scouts, and they are doing a trip to Japan in 2 years. The specific date has not been figured out yet, but 2 years. The trip's going to cost $6,000, all inclusive, right? For $6,000, and so I'm saving up for that. We're currently at. I'm not going to give you the dollar amount, but I think we're at least 10% funded right now. Uh, and by the time that trip rolls around, I'll have more than $6,000 in that account for her. So she'll be able to go to Tokyo or Japan, whatever, Yokohama, and she'll have some walk around money, which is good, right? She'll be 16 years old. Wow, wow. Where were you guys when you were 16? Were you hanging around Japan? I bet you weren't. My daughter will though. Where was I at 16? We're living in Palmdale, California. Um, I had stopped building Volkswagen motors because a friend of mine. Oh, that's a difficult story to tell. I'm not prepared to tell that right now. Maybe later. But you kids like your comments read, so I'll get to the comments. But yeah, I'd at the age of 16, I'd stopped. I'd taken a pause from building Volkswagen motors because of a tragedy. It wasn't my fault, but I'll tell you kids later. You might already know if you've been hanging around the channel for a while. Good seeing you here, Chief Freight Hauler. Tyke Trucking, want to be on that beach. What beach are you talking about? I live in Georgia now and got quick access to Florida. And it would there's gonna there's gonna be some motorcycle trips this winter. Oh, I can't wait. I want to ride to Key West. Buck Brown is Charlie Brown. Did you miss the football? Who is that little bitch that would always move the football out of the way when Charlie Brown was trying to kick it? Lucy. Yeah, Buck missed the football. Tyke Trucking saying, Buck, does Tyke Trucking know who Charles Schultz? Peanuts? Was that big in the UK? Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and all that? It had to have gone to the UK. That's a good question for you, Tyke. Give me an answer. We got Sterling Mom in the house saying had a good day. Love you, Sterling. Good to see you, Mom. Hope you're doing well. Well, you already said you're doing well, so there's no hope. There's no hope. There's only acceptance. Oh, Mom's hanging out with her sisters. I know that because Buck, he was that little birdie in my headphones yesterday, and so I hear that Mom's hanging out with her sisters at the palatial estate. Beautiful home, really is very peaceful, almost too peaceful. It has very slow internet access. Oh, drove me nuts because I sit there with my computer and I want to edit. I'm like, oh, I want to go live. I want to hang out with imaginary friends on the internet. Soon I will have a Starlink. I want to get one of those portable ones and just have it with me at all times. Cheap freight hauler saying, I must be a pack rat. I see a lot of drivers with their top bunk folded up. Mine is down in full. No, I can't. I can't have. I'd stand up and show you, but I'm not wearing panties. Um, no, I need this. I need space. Praise the Lord. I gotta have space. It's I can't. Okay, I'll hold on. I gotta show you. I'm not showing you my panties. I'll tell you that. Oh, okay. We can turn the camera back on. Do do do. So you got top bed right there, right? And there's enough room. Got a little bit of room right there. But no, I like. Well, listen, on a hot day, because that APU is struggling to cool this entire cabin. I'll close the middle curtains and I'll put this down, and it tends to hold the air in a little bit better. And then I've got, listen, I showed you earlier. I got my Huggy Bookie, my Huggy Bookie. Well, I got something better than a Huggy Bookie. I got a gigantic phallic device. I got a big old tower fan. Oh, I love this fan. Like my biggest fan right there. Doesn't even have to leave a super chat. My biggest fan. Um, I like the tower fan because it's taller than the bed. I was reaching for the mouse. I'm using a freaking smartphone. And no, I like the tower fan because it's tall enough to blow directly on me when I'm in my bed. So that's why I leave top bunk folded. And Nana Nana Boo Boo, none of you saw my panties. But yeah, I don't like stuff in my truck. I'm very minimalist. Now, if somebody else was riding on the truck, then yeah, top bunk goes down. You can put your stuff up there. Buck's mama saying, "I love you, Buck." That's what she just said. That's Buck's nickname, by the way. Let everybody know that his name is Sunshine. It was funny. Oh, I played a foolish one on Mama. So Buck and I were kind of in the same neighborhood, Mom's neighborhood, and Buck's like, "Don't tell Mom, don't tell Mom, but I'm gonna roll up." I was like, "Well, what's your 20, man?" And he goes, 10 miles from Mom's place. I was like, "I'll call her up and distract her for a little bit." I haven't heard her beautiful voice in quite a while, so uh, he's like, "No, seriously, man, don't tell her." I was like, "Well, make sure you roll up the driveway and honk the air horn. It'll be funny to hear on the other side of the phone." And so Mom picked up the phone, and I instantly started singing the Johnny Cash version of "You Are My Sunshine," and she appreciated it. And I sat there and talked to her for about 25 minutes, and then Buck rung the doorbell because she was in the back room and didn't hear him hit the air horn. Her and I were talking too much. I should have told her to sit out on the front porch. And she's like, "Hi, Starlink." Oh, and I felt bad too because I was on a trip. I passed through there about the same time that Buck was there, and I should have just stopped. I should have stopped. I had plenty of time. I was going to a Walmart, I think it was, and I could have afforded 5 or 6 hours to just stop and be with family. And I'm still mad at myself for doing that. I'm out here trying to prove myself. I've been doing this for a month, and I've had this talk with my fleet manager. She's like, "You're working very hard. If you need to take time off, take it. And I'm over here, little trucking Timmy over here thinking I'm the best truck driver ever lived. Like, I won't take no time off. That's stupid. I could have had breakfast with with Mom and Buck. But no, I just kept on driving. And and I told Buck, like, you guys got the weekend together. Go have some fun. And they did. They went to the Cherokee Casino. And so I was happy that they were at least able to do that. I was regretful for not stopping and at least having breakfast, brunch, lunch, whatever it would be called. I could have stopped at a truck stop and they could have picked me up or visited me, or, you know. So I want to announce to everybody that's watching this, and you know who I am, and you know what I do, and I know who you are, and you might have given me your address or at least the place where you live. I can request home time anywhere in the United States. And I need to make a better effort into meeting you people and putting handshakes, handshakes and look you in the eyes, although I make terrible eye contact. Can you tell? I need to visit more people because I live in a padded, secluded room. I don't talk to people that much. Um, and it would be more beneficial for me to get out and see people, have dinner with you, have breakfast with you, have a coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'll sit there and drink tea. I need to make a more concerted effort to be human, and I have not been doing that lately. So, if you don't mind, if you got my phone number, my text, whatever email address, let's stay in contact. And I need to. It would be smart. It would be better for my soul to actually stop and see people. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, I don't even know what I'm talking about here on the show. What's the title of the show? Frenzy, appropriate title. Let's get to the comments. The frenzy of comments. But yeah, I'll do better to visit you kids. Tyke Truckin saying, "Mama, thanks for looking after the boys. You're the best. She's the best mama. I tell you what, Tyke. She keeps us in line. I'm not much of a rebel like Buck is. Buck is a rebel, and he's a troublemaker. And I would never reveal that in a public forum, but he's trouble. Speaking of trouble, we got Salty Badger saying, "Good evening, all. Welcome to a late Friday. Very late Friday." Soul Stitches saying, "A sock." What are you talking about? No, we use detail rags around here. Salty Badger saying, "God, I hope that wasn't the happy sock, the one that stands up on its own. I do not partake in that kind of behavior. I am a gentleman." Why would you do it into a sock? I don't have laundry facilities in this truck. That would be gross. That would be gross. Let us not get into our masturbatory habits on a live stream. You got to pay extra for that. Dorothy's saying, "I don't have a detail rag. You should always have a rag in your car and some detailing supplies. Like I got Meguiar's interior cleaner. I like it because it doesn't have a smell and it doesn't leave a film and it doesn't damage the plastic. Over the years, Armor All tends to shrink your plastics and leathers and stuff like that. So I quit using Armor All many, many, many years ago. Griot's Garage and Meguiar's is all I use." Chief Freight Hauler saying, "Spider crawling up your leg. Stop it. I will scream like a little girl." Rob's neighbor, Carrie's in the house saying, "Hi, Sterling. Good to see you." Oh, man. I shared one of his videos if you're subscribed to my channel, most of you are. He went to the big old trucking show there in Wisconsin land, and I know people that live in that area, DIY semi. I need to make a concerted effort to visit that show. I need to do that for like I need to live. That's what I listen. I travel the country in a Sprinter van, and I've got hold on. I got GoPros and I got drones and I've got all sorts of cool stuff. Like, how come I'm not going to see truck shows, and how come I'm not visiting people and filming and stuff like that? Because it's too early. It's like I said, I'm in recovery and I can't I can't make promises to people right now until things settle down, money gets solid. But the thought of visiting somebody and like going to a trucking show or going to a museum or something, like if I stop somewhere like Nashville, if one of you lives near Nashville, let's go to the Lane Automobile Museum. I love that place. Stop in Maggie Valley and check out the Wheels Through Time. Old Mac, I think he lives next to Birmingham, right? Let's check out the museum there. So that's plans for the future, right? I could do that. And my YouTube channel, the channel that you're watching right now, Sterling Wheel, it's my channel, it's my life, it's what I'm going through, and I should do stuff like that. You'll notice there's a lot of chicken content right now because I'm getting away from doing these live shows where I sit here and pontificate and complain and stuff like that. And I've revealed too much personal information and it's being used against me. Not only that, but let's not talk about that. My channel will be me. It'll be nonsensical and it will have chickens. So it's easy enough for me to set up a camera and do those time warp videos and just put some chill music behind it. That would be the video that you saw right before I went live. Uh, and I like doing that. It's easy to do. It keeps me sharp on my editing skills. And I'm paying a lot of money for my video editors. I have Power Direct. I've been scratching my elbows. Why am I scratching my elbows all the time? Like my skin's not dry, but why? Is this some kind of nervous thing? Do I have Tourette's? It's because I talked about a spider for the first 10 minutes of the show. What was I talking about? Chickens. Video editing. I have Power Director for the phone, and I also got it for the computer that my phone's currently sitting on. It's a lot of money, so I need to utilize that. Even though my channel is monetized, it went through a pretty it went through a reset, and so the monetization's been a little bit slow. Thank you for being a member of the channel, by the way. That's really awesome of you. So I get revenue from ads. I do play ads. I do apologize if you don't like it, but that little bit of money keeps the ball rolling. Super chats help. There's a couple of you that have been paying me Cash App and PayPal, which is it's unbelievable. And I wish I could thank you by saying your name, but you've told me to just enjoy the blessings. And so I thank you. I thank you for supporting my channel, supporting me through this, whatever I'm going through in life. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I got my health about me. I got my brain with me. Uh, the isolation is kind of tough, but I can reach out like I'm doing right now and hang out with your kids. So, Rob's neighbor, I'm very happy to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Always a joy. Rob's neighbor saying hello to Buck's mama. That's Mama Buck or Sterling Mom. Much love from Wisconsin land. Sounds great. She is a beautiful lady. Dorothy says, can hear you. Good. You know me, I'll sit here and talk for, oh. Cheap Freight Hauler, your camera shots from the tabletop, is that from a tripod or sticky mount? We've got the little clippy thing right here and the little bendy thing, like right there, and then you put your GoPro in there. By the way, for those of you that don't know how the GoPro mount works, that's the GoPro mount. This little rubber thing right here is the lock. Okay? You squeeze these and then you clip it into the mount, right? Buck, are you paying attention? I saw him struggle with it last time I was home. So we go in like this. I'm trying to utilize the light correctly. It goes in, right, and it clicks. You push in this little rubber thing, and then now that mount will not release until you flip up the rubber thing, squeeze the two little tangs right there. There's a couple tangs, and then you can take it off. So this little table that you're currently sitting on, those of you that are in the know what I'm riding in. It's not a Sprinter van. I can either clip this to my nipple, like right. Ah! Don't clip that to your nipple; it'll hurt. It's rated for like 100 miles an hour. Ask me how I know. I can clip this to the table. The only problem is when your GoPro is mounted far from its axis, it'll wear out the battery quicker because it's using stabilization more, because this will rattle while your truck's rattling down the road. So what I've done is I take this mount, and what we do is we bend it like that. And then on the front seat that's right in front of you, the passenger seat that's in front of me right now, I stick this between the armrest and the seat. So we've got it properly mounted and secure. It doesn't rattle. It's held in by, the fabric of the seat and the armrest. And then I put air in the seat, so the seat's a little bit higher, and that's where you're getting that camera view of the red chicken. So yeah, that's my secret right there. Don't tell anybody. I almost grabbed the mouse. This does not work with your smartphone. I wonder if it could. Do they make mouses for smartphones? Actually, my phone's got the little stylus. I could probably use the stylus for everything I'm doing right now. But yeah, and I wish I had my old tripod. I had a very nice Vortex tripod for a spotting scope. Very heavy duty. And I wish I could use that instead of mounting something to a seat or what have you. But later down the road, we'll worry about stuff we can purchase. Right now, we don't have money to purchase stuff. Tyke Truckin saying, "Fat boy, you lost a lot of fat. You'll be looking lean soon like me." I have lost since May 21st a total of 38 pounds. I have not been following a diet. My diet right now is hungry, eat. And I'm not eating good. I've got stuff here in the fridge, meats and cheeses. I struggle with portion sizes, so I've been trying to be careful with that. I grew up in a house that I was the last of 6, and most of the other kids had moved out. So I was raised as an only child by a mother that used to cook for 5 siblings. So there was always leftovers, and Mom would be like, "Hey, eat the rest of the spaghetti, and I'll make you meatloaf." I like meatloaf. Hell yeah! And then she'd be like, "Eat the rest of the meatloaf, and I'll make something else." So, Yeah, my portion control. Oh, let me tell you, kids, about there's a restaurant called Apple Barrel that are in the Sapp Brothers truck stops, and they make country fried steak. Oh, sweet Jesus. They they still make it the way that truck stops used to. So it's a pound. It's got to be a pound of ground beef and country fried. When they cook it or when they're frying it or something, they cook it in a small, like maybe an 8-inch or a 10-inch pan. So the it's got a natural bowl shape to it, and they fill it with gravy. So you've got an inch thick of country fried steak with 2 inches of gravy on the top. It's the oh best $11 I spent in my life, and so I pigged out on that a few days ago. And I got it with scrambled eggs and hash browns, and the scrambled eggs were watery, not undercooked, but they were like watery, like they'd cooked them like sous vide or something like that. Like they it was like they'd been boiled. I wasn't too happy about that. I like my scrambled eggs just a little overcooked, maybe a little crispy, a little fluffy. Always with butter, real butter. But yeah, I've been losing weight. Been losing a lot of weight. Losing weight, losing friends. Tech Trucking's laughing out loud. Settle yourself down. I'm not going to use that word. Rob's neighbor saying, "What was the truck that stuck out to you in that video I did? The old Mack chain drive was mine." Yes, you had. Oh, I wish I had my computer because I'd show you the picture of the truck that was at that show. There is an Australian Mack, and it's got the dual stacks, it's got the dual intakes, it's got the roo bar. It's white, and it's got the mud flaps underneath the front bumper. I always think that's the coolest look. Um, you probably know it's in the first part of your video. But that truck has been touring the United States for quite a while now. It's an Australian import Mack Aerodyne, Aero something. I don't know my Macks that well. It was built in the 70s or 80s, but it's full Australian road train spec. And I have stared at that truck for hours when I seen it in Reno. We had the American Truck Historical Society came to Reno once. Beautiful show, awesome show. I should make a video of just the pictures of that show. I used to be a video editor. But there you go, Rob. That was one of my. Okay, so trucking shows are a double-edged sword for me because most of it's really cool, and I love the chrome, and I love the paint, and I love the polish, and I love the pride and workmanship. But I'm walking around there and I'm thinking, isn't this just USDA loan fraud? like, like really, Mr. Farmer, Mr. Grain Hauler, you really need a $100,000 truck with a $400,000 paint job? Hmm. Huh? Is that what that USDA loan was for? Did you buy a tractor or did you chrome the entire motor on your cab over Peterbilt? I don't know. I see money and I wonder where the money comes from. It's just the way I'm built. A lot of it's old money, a lot of it's family money. Dorothy saying, actually, the dad bod is in at the moment. Depends on who you're asking. Buck Brown, don't know who that guy is. Dude, there is nobody anything except what we owe ourselves. It's true. It's true. It's true. He was probably responding to my comment that him and his mom have really have really allowed me to take complete advantage of them and just be a terrible person. Oh, it's so funny that there's people in this world that okay, I'm not engaging. Seriously, stop engaging, Sterling. Tyke Truck and saying sorry. No, don't use that word around Mama. At 16, I was cruising small town Georgia, circle the Sonic, circle McDonald's, repeat for hours. I miss those days. I didn't do much for cruising though. Let's get to some more comments, huh? Tyke Trucking saying, yeah, we had Charlie Brown. Thought he was a. Jeez, Tyke. We're not using that word tonight. Mom's watching. Sick bastards in the house, dropping the people who are watching. Tyke Trucking saying hi to Sick Bastard. Tyke Trucking saying, who's my neighbor? Probably Germany. I think you're close to Germany. Huh? Tyke Trucking's from the place where pudding was invented. Pudding. Yorkshire. It's not famous for anything else. Oh, he's going to be screaming in the comments. Cheap Freight Hauler saying, hello to Sick Bastard. Motobomb Virginia forgot to say hi to Sterling. I should ban you. Tyke Trucking saying hi to Cheap Freight. Oh. Motobomb saying, how day all. Not nowday. How day. Tyke Trucking saying hi to Moto. Sick Bastard saying hi to Moto. We got Moto saying woot to Tyke. Cheap Freight Hauler saying, Sterling, there is a such thing as working too hard, especially with those megas. Yeah. I don't like running recap. And I would like, and then this can happen in the future. I like running hard all week and having the weekend off. And that can happen in the near future. Uh, but we run a lot of recaps, so I'm running 7 days a week. Every once in a while, I'll take a little bit of time off to get some time back, but yeah, that's how we doing it around here, and it's driving me a little batty. Tyke Trucking saying, I was the best truck driver. Now Sterling is back. Yep, can't keep me down unless you tie me up, handcuff me, intoxicate me. Sick Bastard saying, how many times were you in Florida? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I've been in Florida 4 times. And yes, I'm yelling at you. That's fine. You yell all what you want. I can't hear you. I got these headphones are turned off. I can't hear anything. Cheap Freight Hauler saying, I'll be running a lot of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina over the next 6 weeks. Not much below I-16. Let me know. Okay. I'll be all over the place. I'm going to Ohio later in the week, and then back to Georgia. If you can make it to the Legends race, by all means, it'd be good to see you. Buck and I have big plans. I got something to let a few people know. I'm going to be I'm quite possibly, going to be a beta tester for a new drone, a new first-person drone, and I will find out later next week. I might have to get a few things, and because my channel's so small, I might not get into the beta testing version of it. But I told them what my plans were and how I would like to use their product. And I basically filled out a resume. So there might be some cool drone footage in the near future, cooler than what I do already. I thought about where I'm at right now doing some drone footage, but I'm literally a block from a Chicago O'Hare airport. Yeah, you can't fly a drone when you're near an airport. Bad times. That's when the suspicious black vans roll up behind you. Be like, sir, uh, what are you doing? Actually, they don't even ask you. They're like, we know what you're doing. Get in the van. Lolly's in the house saying, howdy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. On a Friday night, Bull of the Woods saying, wazah. Uh, I can't scream it out loud. I'm in a weird neighborhood. I might get killed. Very dangerous neighborhood, really. A lot of suspicious people. Wazah. Good seeing you here, TJ. Hope you're doing well. Tyke trucking. Excuse me. That's my problem, Sterling. I've spent nearly 40 years on the road. It cost me 2 marriages, and I like my own company. So when I went on tour with 37 drivers, I started a fight. Yeah, yeah, that's what happened to you, man. I know the story. It's tough. Even when I was working at FedEx, very few people knew who I was. They knew of me, but they never seen me because I don't. I would go to work, get my job done as fast as possible, and then drive home. And most of the time that I worked at FedEx, I had an hour commute each way. Especially if I worked every day, I did have some routes where I was home every day, which I hated. I'd much rather sleep at least one night in the truck and come home the next day. Uh, I just when I'm done with work, I am done. I leave. I get away. Yeah, I got to be careful with my APU because it's been freezing up. I wish I could show you a picture of it. Um, but that condenser has been a block of ice. But yeah, Tyke, I understand you, man. I understand you a lot, man. I went, I've been through 2 marriages myself. I really don't reckon I'll do it again. Um, no, I don't reckon so. Never say no, right? Rob Neighbors saying, I'll live 30 minutes away. You're welcome anytime. I'll give you a heads up this time. The company that I work for is based in Wisconsin, so I will be in your neighborhood quite often, especially when they give me a brand new truck here in the near future. So I'll let you know. You can get my number from Moto or Sick or any of those guys. Lolly saying, Frogzilla says hello and thanks for watching earlier. Yeah, he went live from his motorcycle. Great audio. Great audio. He was tooling around town right there till he ran out of reception. And he was giving that bike hell. I heard it. Man, it reminded me of that Sportster that I built. That bike, uh, that bike didn't belong to me. I built it, tuned it, cleaned it, took care of it. That was the first Harley that I ever rode, and it meant a lot to me. And it was left behind and sold. Damn it. Fucking hurts. Damn it. Rob's neighbor saying, thank you for sharing that, Sterling Wheel. Yeah, the trucking. And I'm glad you did it like not during the show or right after the show. Those of us in the trucking community, we tend to overshare, and you'll see 15 different videos of the trucking show, and it's like, ugh. So it's nice to see your version of it, months after it had happened. Tyke Truck and saying, "Don't respect the Tyke. 40 years and 4 million miles. Good on you, sir. Good on you. I'm hovering about 2 million." Rob's neighbor saying, "Museums are so cool." It became a problem when I first started trucking in about over the road about 2011. I felt bad for leaving my family. I left my wife and small daughter behind, and mom was still around, so she was helping the babysit and stuff, so it wasn't too much of a hassle. But I felt bad for being out here on the road and enjoying life and traveling for a living. I love to travel, and I felt bad for the longest time. So I didn't take pictures. I didn't go see museums or anything like that. So a few years into my trucking career, uh, I was able to pay cash for another truck and kind of slow it down a little bit, slow down my roll, slow down the operations. And that's when I made a concerted effort to go seek those museums and take your pictures and videos and stuff like that. So I haven't been doing that recently. I need to. The last museum I went to was with mom. That was really cool. There in Thomasville, Georgia. Cheap freight hauler. Where's fried chicken? At home. I only got 3 chickens right now. I got micro red chicken, I got red chicken, I got clear chicken. And earlier on Snore Lord's show, he said he was thinking about doing some red chicken content, but he's like, "Well, Sterling's been doing red chicken content, so I don't want to no more." And I was like, "Oh, that's sad. Don't let my red chicken shenanigans stop you from making a YouTube channel about your red chicken." So in the future, I will use a different colored chicken because I feel bad about that. I texted him too. I was like, "Seriously? Like, are you upset?" He's like, "No, don't worry about it," which is code word for yes, worry about it. JP, good to see you in the house. Keep it personal, private. For the love of God, don't pay for any of those video editors. I am certified in Adobe many, many years ago, and I love my video editors. Yeah, I had Adobe for many years, but then I switched away from Macintosh, and there's no sense in having Adobe on a PC. But I love my video editors. I always loved them. I'm not going to get rid of them, and I'll pay a lot of money for them because I can do what I want. I do what I want. No, I'd stopped my YouTube channel a couple weeks ago and realized, holy crap, that's my last hobby. Nobody can take that away from me. And yeah, I started getting a little crazy. It gave me a chance to step back and regroup. Uh, so I'm back, and I'm going to enjoy myself, and hope you kids enjoy the stuff that I put on the channel. Very random. I don't have the second channel anymore, the Sterling Trucking Delivers channel. So anytime you see trucking content, trucking adjacent, uh, it'll be called whatever the video is. I almost went bird hands on you. Bird hands. Anything trucking related will be Sterling Trucking Delivers. Uh, and then anything wheel related will be Sterling Wheel. Well, right now, this is the Church of Wheel. And I sit here and talk about wheels and stuff and motorcycles and trucks and stuff and things and video editing. I talk about whatever the hell I want. I'm hanging out with you kids. Got 18 of you watching right now. I appreciate you. Shout out to the replay gang at 1 hour, 17 minutes. Um, you kids make it worth it because in the replay gang, 100 or more of you will watch this. And listen, I know some of you don't comment and don't hit the like button and stuff. And we're adults here. I got to tell you, this is how YouTube works. You will never see me in any of the recent videos that I make or going to make. I will never ask you to subscribe or hit the like button, share or anything like that. It's we're adults here. We know how that works. But yeah, there's how it goes. JP saying, unless YouTube is paying you money to pay for those editors, don't do it. It's a balance right now. Current revenue for the channel is about $200 a month. Tech Truck and saying, I got sacked. Well, yeah, because you threatened a dude. You got to keep in mind that we live in a world full of pansies, and boys aren't allowed to fight it out in the school grounds anymore. And we've all turned into chicks. Lolly saying, got to get to bed, positive energies and vibes. My windshield's dirty. Have a night. Oh, she got me. It's supposed to be have a day. Have a day. Lolly, you got to keep an eye on Lolly. She gets out of control. She really does. Sick bastard saying goodnight to Lolly. Rob's neighbor saying hi to sick bastard, Motobomb, and all. Tyke Truck and saying Tangs over here are truck drivers. Really? Interesting. Cheap Freight Hauler. It's no secret that upper bunk is definitely one from an International 9400. There's a specific company that makes the interiors on these trucks. I think the quality on these KWs are a little bit better than International. You kids know I rode an International for a while. International interiors are a lot like Ford interiors. So I'm not sure if it's Delco making the interiors. But the best truck interiors are the new Cascadias by far. You can't compete. It ain't gonna. Stop it. Don't even think about it. I looked in one of the new Volvos. I wasn't that impressed. They seem to have gone a little bit cheaper, a little flimsier. You're starting to see those trucks on the road now with paper signs on them. JP, RAM mount X grip for glass surfaces. Nothing beats it for your phone. I love RAM mounts. I think their factories in Carson City, Nevada. But I've used RAM mounts for 20 years. Love them. Salty Paja saying I-94 corridor, hit me up. I have to visit you sometime. I got to see that motorcycle you're building before anyone else. Chief Freight Hauler. I grew up when Shoney's had breakfast bar on Thursday evening. Never learned portion control. Shoney's. There's still a few of them around. I miss breakfast bars. And continental breakfast at the hotels nowadays is junk. It's junk. Breakfast buffet. Damn, that sounds good. I'd overdo it. Nevada used to be known for the buffets, right? Vegas and Reno and all that stuff. And sweet and sour sniffles ruined that. Not only that, but the buffets, Reno got out of control because of our proximity to California. And the prices got a little bit too expensive. It would be $36 to $50 for a buffet. And for me, if I'm spending $50, $60 for a buffet, let me rephrase this. I would go to the seafood buffets, and those are $70 to $120 per person. You could bet your wine and crackers and cheese that I'm going to sit there and eat $300 worth of seafood. You have to. You have to. Listen, I want the prime rib and I want the lobster. I want 4 lobsters on a plate and a prime rib, and some chocolate ice cream, and some broccoli, and mashed potatoes, and some shrimp cocktails, and a chicken piccata, and then another prime rib, and then a sausage kielbasa. Oh, buffets. They're expensive. Tyke Trucking, 1 pound of beef won't make you fat. Ask Shannon. No shit. Listen, I know I know the no sugar and grains diet. I just wish I partook in it a little bit better. The last time I did it, I was very good at it, and then life took a shit. Yeah. Rob's neighbor, the road train, is insane cool. Glad you got to see it too. Made a video on it. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, go check out that video that I shared from Rob's neighbor. We checked out the truck show. I forgot what the name of the truck show is, but it's in Madison, Wisconsin, I think, or north of Wisconsin. I don't know. Whatever. Rob's neighbor's laughing out loud because I can't remember anything. I've been doing this for an hour, and it's late at night. It's 11 o'clock at night in Chicago, and I haven't been shot yet. Tyke Trucking, Mack Ultraline cab over. There's one on my channel with a V8 500 Magnum engine in it. Good times. I remember seeing that. Yeah, Tyke Trucking. We had them over here, the Macks. Very cool. Sick Bastard says I read comments correctly. Tyke Trucking saying the British used them back in World War I is reliable, so they call it the Bulldog after Bulldog Brits. That's where Bulldog Mac gets its name. Of course, everything in the world revolves around Great Britain. That's too funny. Brown Chicken's in the house. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Before I killed the channel, Sterling Trucking Delivers. He was OG 100. Cheap freight hauler say, I love the old Max. When I first started driving company, I worked for, I had an 89 R model and a 96 CH. Couldn't break those trucks. R model, 89 R model. Yeah. I always thought the ones that had the cab shifted to the driver's side look weird. They did that for pickup and delivery, I think, right? For P&D work, climbing in and out of the cab. My favorite truck ever is at the Iowa 80 Museum. It is a red Diamond Rio. Wish I could show the pictures, but I can't do nothing right now. I'm doing this all by my phone. The Frogzilla saying good evening and hello, Sterling. The Frogzilla saying brown chicken. Brown chicken saying green frog. I feel like I should be pulling out the cord on my phone and be like, the cow says moo. Frogzilla saying hi to Rob's neighbor. Frogzilla saying salty badger. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Dorothy's saying the little emojis are adorable, so definitely have to use them. They are not called emojis on this channel. They are emoticons. Everybody here grew up with America Online. Okay? I know some of you still have the free 30 hours of America Online floppy disk in your kitchen somewhere. They're emoticons, not emojis. How dare you? Frogzilla is saying, don't be a schmuck. Hit the like button to show your support. We got 11 people watching. We had about 18 there for a little bit, so I'm not sure who shared the program, but thank you, whoever did. I appreciate you. I really do. I got a car rolling up on me, so if you see me get shot, call the cops. Tyke Trucking. Renault bought Mack in the 90s and put the Mack engine in Renault 200. Had the V8 500. It's called the Magnum. Very cool. I should bring up that comment when I read it. I'm getting tired. I'm gonna lay down here and wait for my phone to ring in a little bit. Sick Bastard saying hi to Frogzilla and the Bull of the Woods. Brown Chicken saying hi to Sick. StreamYard has made it very difficult to pull up the comments. Oh yeah, Salty Badger. Woodward Dream Cruise tomorrow, Sterling. You're close, worth the detour. No, I can't. I got to get back to Missouri once this trailer gets loaded. There's a trailer behind me. Needs to get loaded. Road Reality. I've never seen this guy before. He's always saying coffee, 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 coffee on his channel. Check out Road Reality. I believe he's up to 3 channels now. He's got Road Reality. He's got Creator Reality. And John, you're welcome to punch me in the nuts because I'm forgetting the 3rd channel. But he's walking around doing the Casey Neistat thing. Walk around reality. Walk reality. Travel reality. Ambient reality. What the hell is his 3rd channel? Oh, listen, there's a reason I live in solitary confinement because I can't have friends. I don't love anybody. I don't care for anybody. I'm selfish and narcissistic, and I can't remember what John's 3rd channel is. Creator Reality, Road Reality. There's a rabbit crossing the street in front of me. I know if I sit here long enough wondering, he'll answer it, or 5 of you will. I wonder if the rabbit in Chicago is like radioactive or something. Like, what's that rabbit eating? What's that rabbit's diet? Good seeing here, John. Road Reality. Check out his channel. Sick Bastard saying hi. Road Reality saying hi, Sick Bastard. Everybody knows each other. Road Reality saying, so like emoticons roll out? No, that's Decepticons. Not Decepticons. Who said roll out? Oh. John has stepped into my channel to flummox me. Listen, the title of the show tonight is Frenzy, by the way. So why am I sitting here flummoxed? Because I can't. Which one of the Transformers said roll out? It wasn't the Decepticons, it was the other one. The other one's got like the big cool semi-truck dude and like the Camaro dude. This is why we don't do live shows at 2300 in downtown Chicago with bullets whizzing by the truck. Get to the comments. Sick Bastard saying Autobots. Autobots, roll out. Is that it? Is that it? Autobots, roll out. Man, I'm going to have to go down a YouTube rabbit hole. There's a rabbit outside the window. Autobots. I think it is. Road Reality answered it. I trust John's opinion on everything. Follow his channel. Believe everything he says. But yeah, emoticons, not emojis on this channel. If you're a member of the channel, you can drop custom ones down there. Road Reality saying hi to Frog. Frogzilla had a motorcycle live show this morning afternoon. He did it for 24 hours straight. He started Thursday, and he did a nonstop live show on his motorcycle. Not true. I wonder if Road Reality will ever do a live stream from his motorcycle. I don't know if he's got that kind of reception in the neighborhood he lives in. Tyke Truckin' with a link to the Mac Ultraliner, which was a brand of feminine hygiene garments in the 70s. Sick Bastard saying like, sub, share. No. Desubscribe, unlike, counteract, and disavow. You know the rules around here. Do I have to bring up the banner that says it? I don't know if I still got the banner that says it. Let me see if I still have the banner that says it. There we go. Do not try this at home. All commentary is fictional and untrustworthy. Desubscribe, unlike, counteract, and disavow. Get back to the comments. I'm going to end this here in a little bit because I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I've had enough. I'm suffering emotional damage. Autobots. Very good. Sick bastard. Autobots. Very good. Got Buck's Mama, also known as Mama Buck, also known as Sterling Mom. Hello, everyone. Love all you guys going to bed. Get yourself some sleepy times there, Mama. I'm glad you're doing well. She got to hang out with her sisters, so she's a very happy mama. She's a very, very happy mama. John's saying, you're not flummoxed. Your brain is in a frenzy. It's true. It's true. I don't know if I have the ADHD. I'm not OCD. Although the interior of the truck is pretty clean. That might count as OCD. And the fact that there's 3 televisions running in my head at all times. So I don't know. Maybe it is ADHD. Hard to say. Doesn't matter. Stop judging me. As I say to myself. Road Reality saying goodnight to Mama Buck. Buck's Mama. Sterling Mom. Do you ever give people nicknames so much that you forget what their real name is? Tyke Truck and Artemis Prime. Was that the weird UK version? Artemis Prime. It's Optimus Prime. Artemis Prime. You just showed your Roman heritage. Artemis Prime. Optimus Prime for the win. Oh, that's funny. Leslie, I get tired, I'll start giggling. You don't want me giggling. Sick bastard saying goodnight to Buck's Mama. Frogzilla saying goodnight to Buck's Mom. Road Reality sounds just about like you're humming Sweet Georgia Brown. No, I've been listening to Mike Watt a lot this week. I had a dream about him earlier in the week, and I was like, what's Mike Watt up to? He was the bass player for the Minutemen, one of my favorite bands from Southern California. San Pedro. And so I've been listening to he's got some good riffs on a couple different albums. And it's stuck in my head. That's what happens to Sterling. Gets things stuck in his brain hole. I skipped a lot of comments. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Sick bastard, I'm going to make a cheese sandwich. Barf! You can't make a cheese sandwich without bacon. Asshole. Dude makes cheese sandwich with butter. Come on. Stop it. Eek. Blah. Blah. I know I skipped a bunch of comments because I was talking about John's third channel. I was talking about John's tripod somewhere in there. Okay. It's hard to do StreamYard from a smartphone. It makes me feel stupid, honestly. Yeah, I got lost. I get distracted. Dorothy saying the teddy bear one is adorable. The teddy bear emoticon. They're not emojis. Road Reality, Walking Reality. Sold. Walking Reality, Road Reality, Creator Reality, where he shows his video editing suite, which is pretty damn cool. I've been checking it out because in comparison to Power Director, he has a better tool than I do. I really love some of the editing work that he does. He puts a lot of work into his channel. He's quite an inspiration. Listen, he doesn't fall for the lowest common denominator and just use rubber chickens for content on his channel. He actually cares about his audience. Sick burn. Keep in mind, every time I do a show, it's got to be sick burn, and you got to learn something new every day. I don't know what you've learned on this show other than, I don't know, what have I taught you? I taught you something about trucking, didn't I? I was talking about trucking and we're getting loaded and unloaded and stuff. Did I teach you something? I'm going to have to teach you something. Oh, I taught you how I'm doing my GoPro stuff using the little bendy, clippy nipple clamp thing. Don't clip that to your genitals. It hurts a lot. Yeah, so you learned something. Don't clip things to your genitals. Road Reality saying totally unedited videos, just deep thoughts with John. Yeah, walking reality, right? Walking reality, right there. And we talked about the Autobots. Sterling mom went to bed. She's like, I'm sick of my boy. My boy's suffering on the internet. I can't watch it no more. Oh, we're all suffering on the internet. Sick burn. Got you again. Artemis Prime. I can't. Sick bastard saying, do you have the banner that says it? Yes. Do not try this at home. All commentary is fictional and untrustworthy. Desubscribe, unlike, counteract, and disavow. This is brought to you by PBS. Dorothy saying goodnight to Buck's mom. Road Reality saying, I listened to Mike Watt once. She was complaining about not taking out the trash. What? I think John's been watching my live show a little bit too much. He's flummoxed as well. Mike Watt, his best interview was on WTF with Mark Maron, who's stopping his WTF show. I'm very liberal when it comes to podcasts and stuff that I listen to. So I will listen to just as much Mark Maron as I will Joe Rogan. I want to hear thoughts and ideas from all walks of life. I don't believe in pigeonholing myself into, I only care for Donald Trump. He's the best Trump there left. Whatever. Isn't it funny that he went to meet Putin and everyone's freaking out and it's like they're the same person? Why are we even worried about it? Tyke Trucking, I believe in the letters ABCD to measure my mind. I'm me. You can fuck all off if you don't like it. Agreed. Said by a wise truck driving man. Sick bastard says mayo and a cheese. Oh. When I see you next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, you will be assaulted. I guarantee it. You will be pummeled, kind sir. Sick bastard saying walking reality. Yes. Check out John's third channel. Oh, that's too funny. Dorothy saying, I'm eating spicy dill pickle peanuts, and they're all over the place. At 11 o'clock at night? Not good to eat this late, as I'm sipping a Dr. Pepper. You can't stop me. There's no stopping me. Listen, if it wasn't for the Dr. Pepper, I would strangle people at random. And guess what? Truck drivers get away with that because 90% of all truck drivers on the road have killed somebody with their bare hands. It's a fact. It's the truth. Do not fact check it. Murderous. Road reality. There you go, sick bastard. Yeah, walking reality. Walking reality. Sick bastard said, he said, tool. Listen, your opinion means nothing. Road reality saying, laughing without emojis. or emoticons. Rubber chickens. If someone sent me one, it would show up on the channel. I guarantee it. I keep reaching up here in the magical realm of rubber chickens. I got the clear chicken right there. It's a clear chicken. And then I got red chicken right there. I got those two. I got the micro red chicken. I know he's down there somewhere. Where you at? You ever see a grown man look for rubber chickens in a semi truck? You haven't. That's why you tuned into my channel. Wouldn't that be funny? This is the viral moment on my channel, and then from now on, it's just me digging around for rubber chickens in a semi truck. I know where's my micro chicken? And I'm not talking like Micro Works, this is Deadliest Catch with Micro. No, it's micro chicken. I know I've got micro chicken in here somewhere. What'd you do with them? It's not like this is a palatial estate of a semi truck either. Okay. Micro chicken has flown the coop. We will deal with this later. That's an hour and 27 minutes into this madness. But yeah, rubber chickens. It's good for your health. Road Reality, you've taught us to all stay in school. Yeah, I dropped out in 11th grade, got my GED. So yeah, stay in school. Frogzilla's laughing out loud because I didn't stay in school. Listen, I didn't need school no more. Road Reality saying, if you say Mike Watt very fast, it sounds like a derogatory slang for a woman's nether bits. Nether bits. Don't call it nether bits. Makes it difficult to put it in your mouth. Sick bastard saying identical twins. Road Reality. The Italian says he was assaulted. Maybe he was peppered too. Oh, geez. Dad jokes. Hashtag dad jokes. Always good seeing here, John. Dorothy saying, that's what I was thinking, Road Reality. Sick bastard saying Baba Booey. There's people that don't know where that came from. I'm going to shut off the camera because I have to find small chicken, and I don't want you seeing my panties. Oh, and looking at the camera, my lip is all torn up. Listen, kids, take your allergy meds before you sneeze your goddamn ass off and bite your lip. I drove for almost an hour with blood pouring down my face because I bit my lip so goddamn hard. I can't find micro chicken. I'm sad now. Like I will not. I am flummoxed. I am shamboozled. Where is my micro chicken? It would be so funny if this place that's trying to load my trailer here in the next hour or so was calling this whole time. Okay. I've got success. There's no way I can end the show without showing you my micro red chicken. And listen, he's a grower, not a shower. But yeah, we got micro chicken. Yeah, right there. This is how desperate you are for entertainment. You're watching a grown man in a semi-truck play with phallic rubber items. Okay. Now I feel secure that I know where my rubber phallic chickens are. I still need my Huggy Bookie though. Okay. Let's Let's hold on to our Huggy Bookie and finish the live show. Tyke Truckin', look up your ass. That's exit only. That's what my tramp stamp says. My tramp stamp says severe rubber damage if you back up. Dorothy saying you need a chicken keychain. I'm not a fan of keychains because I'm a mechanic by trade, and I've replaced far too many ignition switches because you general population, the general pop likes to put so much crap on their keychains that it messes up the ignition. Don't put a bunch of crap on your keys, on your ignition, especially if you drive a Toyota or a Land Rover or a Range Rover or a Jaguar or a Ford. Now listen, don't. 5 keys max. Oh, cars don't really have keys no more. You know, they got little key fobs and stuff. But yeah, if you got a keyed ignition, 5 keys tops. Dorothy saying my keychain has tons of things on it. Stop it. You don't need tons of things on your keys. I think I've skipped some comments, which means I'm a terrible host. I got something in my pocket for you. Why don't you reach to my pocket and see what it is? Okay, I didn't really, oh wait, maybe I did skip a comment or two. I would feel very upset. I would be flummoxed. Okay, we're done with the comments. I'm gonna pull down the other comments, the quick comments that just pop up on stage. I want to thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. 1 hour and 33 minutes on a Friday night. And I saw a movie this week. It's called Sunshine. And Tyke Truckin', you might know the comedian. She's a ventriloquist, and her character is Monkey. I think her name is Rita or Nita. Nita. Tyke, get serious with the comments. The movie was called Sunshine, and it's about this person in a monkey suit that helps this dude who is going through a hard time. It's a weird buddy movie of some sort. That's a great movie. I love it. That was a great movie. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm a little delusional. Yeah, look up the movie Sunshine. It's pretty cool. And with that, I will stare at the camera until I see an answer in the comments, because that's what we do around here. Welcome to your engagement media on a Friday night. I'm Sterling Wheel, your friggin' gas pastor over here. Tonight's show was frenzy. It was a little frenzied today. I tried setting up the computer that my phone's currently sitting on right now. I can't get the webcam to work, which means I'm going to have to go buy a webcam, which is a false statement because I've got a GoPro right here and I can set that up to be the webcam very easily. So I should do that. Come on, Sterling, get with the program. And check out Forgotten Angels, Florida. I will be at the camp out this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you can make it too if you can. Check out Shade Tree Army, Shade Tree Surgeon, Brap Star, and they do raffles for motorcycles, and that's how they raise money for Forgotten Angels. Oh, here's a question I pose myself every once in a while. What are you worried about? Right now, I'm worried about getting a little bit of sleep. I'm worried about my phone ringing and getting this trailer loaded. And then I'm worried about driving through the weekend to get to my delivery. I'm worried about being safe, staying safe, escaping Chicago. I'm worried about trying to be perfect. I'm worried about some of you that I know personally and what you're going through. I'm worried about some of you not taking my advice when I say it with full love and appreciation for who you are. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Now that I've said it, we're not worried about it. Glad you kids stopped by and said hi. And desubscribe, uh, counteract, unlike, disavow, destroy, seek and destroy. And I'll finish off the comments, and I'll be done. I'm a little tired. Let's see. Tyke trucking. I would like a shrubbery, preferably one I can smoke. That sick bastard. He trips over the shrubbery. He sure does. Frogzilla, I've got to hit the sack because Jamie's coming over tomorrow for a ride tonight. Everyone, peace out, love, and F off. The choice is yours. That's why I say have a day. It's up to you what your day is. Although Lolly got me earlier, she was like, have a night. I was like, oh, sick burn. That was the first sick burn of the night. Dorothy saying good night. Good night to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're stopping by the channel. It's been too long. Road Reality saying, see ya, Frog. Road Reality's got a cool motorcycle. I wish I could have a cool motorcycle. It's at home right now. I'm nowhere near it. It's got a new tire on the back of it too. Need to get a new front tire. Frogzilla say night, John. Hope you feel better soon. Is John not amongst the healthy people right now? It's okay. That's what happens when you watch too much of my live shows. Road Reality, Frog. That was a few weeks ago already. I'm new and I'm to new and different pains. Oh, welcome to middle age. Road Reality. I got a cough. I have 3 videos scheduled on Creator Reality and 10 scheduled on Road Reality. Wow. I'm good for a few weeks before I need to record anything. Oh man. That's amazing. I can't schedule nothing. I get that anxiety of I've made it. I've created something. Take it, world. And I'll post videos at 3 in the morning and 10 in the morning, and yeah, I'm not a good YouTuber. Never will be. Sick bastard with good advice. Does worrying about it help? The answer is no, and never, ever. Tyke Truckin saying, you're not my kids nor my problem. Grow up and fuck off. Yes, that's right, Tyke. Road Reality is refusing to let me step away from my own live show by commenting, I have edited at least 1 video per night for the last few weeks. I found that anything more than 3 a week is too much. Yeah, that's way too much. You got great videos though. You got great videos. I'm watching out the window because there's trucks that pass me like inches from my truck, and I say, you don't have to pass me that close. It's a big street. I'm at 1 hour and 39 minutes. I'm starting to get upset and crotchety. Road Reality for publishing, that is. What was he saying? I've edited at least 1 video per night for the last few weeks. I found that anything more than 3 a week is too much for publishing. That is, right there. StreamYard has made it difficult for me to pull up the comments. I do apologize. It looks clunky. Road Reality, and also I'm going to keep this chat going so you never log off. Going to be a long night. Well, my battery says 24% will prove you wrong in 17 more minutes. With that being said, I will show on stage the last comment. I like that font you're using. Looks nice. Let me look it up for you. I think it's Boogaloo. I'm pretty sure it's Boogaloo. That font right there. I can go to StreamYard and go to style. Yep, that's Boogaloo. That's what it is. And then, you know, my patented blue teal color. That's my favorite color on a Porsche GT3. Mexico blue or Miami blue. Very similar colors. Sick bastard saying, I'm a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world. Saying so long. Isn't it funny that I could just pull up your comments and just say whatever I want? Sick bastard saying, be grateful. Yeah. Take your own advice. Sick bastard is the crotchetiest middle-aged man I've ever met. Road Reality says, smoke 'em if you got 'em. I'm off to bed. Y'all have a great weekend. See, I have been released from my own show now. I will press buttons that make things go away. I want you kids to have a good weekend. I will catch you later on any specific scheduled. You will never see me scheduled.
You remember those heavens were shut up because the people, those heavens were shut up in faith, breaking through. And she proved God. God has something better than where you are right now. And their place in Him as the, hallelujah. And God sent that man that day to open up those heavens. Shoo, hallelujah. Instead of letting our faith be dictated to by our heart and what God said. There it is again, so strong. Faith is the substance, the title to the deed of the substance of things hoped for. I just got another good one. Thank you, Jesus. 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 I'm very bold. I know that.
Blood flies through the air. Shredded victims lie in pain. Death is never fair. Legs blown off, all hope is lost. A human life is what it cost. Drop into your knees to pray. God won't make this go away. You will not return to life, left to die, suffering into the end.